Good morning, guys. We are here bright and early for Brandy's Walk of Fame ceremony. I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes look of what's happening right now. This is the setup. They're getting ready. It's going to start in about an hour and a half. She has a good spot too. This is right in front of Chicken Guy, Shake Shack. A pretty prime spot if you ask me. All right, they let the fans come behind the barricades.
I'm so excited. Obviously, it's long overdue. This woman has contributed to so many different industries, and we're also inspired by her.
I am very excited because I've been a fan of Brandy's for 26 years.
I'm glad to see her where she is now after starting out so young. She kept her name clean and she kept going forward, and look where she's at now. She's amazing.
Miss Brandy Norwood was always the head singer of our choir. It was Over the Rainbow is what her song was. We used to go to the park across the street with Bridget and Dominique. We used to play flag football. We did a couple plays together, Alice in Wonderland. But singing is good for the soul. I always love singing. It's so proud to know that I sung in a choir with Brandy, and I'm here. That's my girl. I love her.
My name is Monet, and I flew in from Michigan. So when I saw that her book was releasing on my birthday, I'm like, this is the sign from the universe. I said, wherever she's going to be, if it was Africa, I was booking a ticket, okay?
I got here at 6 a.m. I was literally the first person up in here.
I'm really excited to see Brandy. I've been inspired by her since I was like 7 years old. I remember hearing her for the first time on Thea, and she sang at the end of one of the episodes, and I was like, wow, I was so dumbfounded by how good someone could sound with their voice. And mind you, Michael Jackson, J&M, Mariah had already been out, but something about her voice was so different, and it really changed me. And I remember the show got canceled, and I was like, oh man, I would never hear this girl again. And then I remember when I Want to Be Down finally dropped, I was like, that's Denisha, that's the girl. I was so excited, and it really, it was my first miracle in my life. Like, this girl that I thought had the best voice in the world, she got a record deal so I could hear her music. And so I've been inspired by her since then, and I've loved how her career has grown, who she's maintained herself, and who she is the whole time. And I'm proud to be a Brandy fan.
All right, guys, the guests are starting to come in. We have the names: Babyface, Issa Rae, Frank Silent in the building. Who else we got? Sarah, Frank Gatson, Willie Norwood, Sonia Norwood, Jennifer Lewis, Tisha Campbell, Monica, Kelly Price. All right, guys, it's heating up. It's heating up. It's happening. It's happening. Everybody's here. All the press is here. This is where it's going down.
Hey you.
How you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
Everybody's got a lot of love for you out there.
You like the gloves, the hat?
Yes, everything is fly.
On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, it is my pleasure to welcome the 2,839th star to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Brandy!
This was such a full circle moment for me. I was nervous going up there. Brandy means everything to me. Like I said in my speech, she's the reason I'm here, watching her and Moesha, and having someone to see, to aspire to, who's a role model. She genuinely is the reason why I'm here today. So to be able to give her her flowers to her face and hug her meant the world to me. And I'm so proud of everything that she's done. When I think about the 90s and when I think about the best music, the best vibes, the best time, how we were all raised to kind of achieve and aspire to more, that, Brandy was at the forefront of that. When you think about our icons like the Whitneys of the world, like the wine is like everyone has to give Brandy her props, and to be able to break through when there's such an established legacy of artists and to stand on her own 2 feet and to become our icon, like that's rare. That's hard to do. So Brandy will live forever in hearts and minds, and yeah, I'm grateful that I'm in the same timeline as her.
Brandy's to your right, Brandy. Every angle counts. Brandy, on your right. Brandy on your right. Brandy on your right. Right over here. Brandy on your right. Can we? Brandy on your right, Brandy. Anna. Brandy.
Oh, honey, listen, Brandy. I don't really know the words other than grace. This is the nature of grace. When you accept your purpose in life, when you honor the dream, and she had a dream, this baby, she became the dream. I think we've been friends for about maybe 15 years now, and I'm so glad she came into my life. And yeah, I'm like her second mama, and I'm gonna snatch her if I have to. But you know what? You don't have to snatch Brandy. She snatches herself, and she puts it in her creativity. She puts it in the voice. There are no words for her voice. She's the vocal Bible, like the kids call her. She really, truly is. Look at her beauty, her grace, her health, her majesty, and her magic. Yeah, that's why I'm here, because I love her. I love Brandy.
Brandy on your right, Brandy. Brandy on your right. Yes. Brandy on your right. Restore one to your right. Brandy. Brandy on your right. Brandy.
I know for me personally, I had to be here because, my career started with Brandy. Yeah. And I've been seeing her grow for so many years. I met her when she was 15. I was in her band. Yeah. It went from her band to producing her and writing records with her and to seeing what she's become. And the funny thing is, she always was who she is now.
Absolutely.
She's still the same, and it's rare in this business that somebody in this business from 15 to now, whatever age she is now, she hasn't changed. And I love that. Congratulations, B. I love you for life.
For sure.
You always got
family.
your brother.
We
always.
Family, for sure.
Got you.
Yes.
Go right through the hip, ladies. Ladies, keep coming to your left together. That's good. Yes. Security. Monica, Brandy to your right. Ladies, to your left. Yes. Perfect. Ladies together. Right here. And me in the center. Perfect. Ladies to your left together. Ladies on the right. Ladies on the right.
There are things that happen in history that you remember for the rest of your life because it's like the little kid in you has an explosion, and it felt like my little tiny girl self lost her mind today. Just to witness her joy and to witness her gratitude and to witness something that I feel like she's always had in my mind. To me, she's always been, a star on the Hollywood Boulevard, and she's so much bigger than all of this. But to see this year and a combination of last year, her to get all of her things, I think it feels like such a win just for everybody who's ever loved her, because everybody has always thought of her this way, and it feels like the world is like really, really catching up. And it was cool to be a part of the catch-up.
Well, it was very important to be here for my sister getting her star because, of course, we've been friends all the way back from Thea, okay? I know Brandy for many years, and I got the pleasure of playing her little brother on the Moesha show for 6 seasons. And I had to be here to support because I always knew, like she said, we see stars, we knew it. I knew my sister was going to be the biggest, you know what I mean? And for her to get her star today on Hollywood was so amazing. And it was such an honor to be there and celebrate this moment with her. All of the fans loved it and enjoyed it. And she's an icon, man. She's well deserved.
There was no way I was going to miss this moment. I mean, I've been a part of Brandy's life since she was like 13 years old, even before Moesha. So this was a monumental moment. There was no way I was gonna miss it.
Please get a picture with Walker. Excuse me. Can you please? Sorry.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
The Hollywood Walk of Fame recognizes achievement in the categories of motion pictures, radio, live theater, live performance, sports entertainment, recording, and television. And today, in the category of recording, we honor Brandy with star number 2,839 on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, before we invite Brandy onto the stage, let me tell you a little bit about our honoree. Multi-platinum Grammy award-winning recording artist and actor, Brandy stands among the most influential voices of her generation. For more than 3 decades, she has shaped music, television, and live performance through technical mastery, artistic innovation, and cultural impact. Born into a musically rooted family and raised in the church, Brandy began singing at the age of 2. A cappella harmony was the only way she knew to sing in her formative years, which shaped a voice grounded in discipline, precision, and layered expression. This early foundation would later influence contemporary R&B while helping shape the evolution of modern pop music. Her 1994 self-titled debut album went 4 times platinum. Not only that, it introduced a vocal style defined by intricate harmonies and emotional nuance. With her 1998 sophomore album, Never Say Never, Brandy achieved diamond status, selling over 16 million albums worldwide. The Grammy Award-winning duet, The Boy Is Mine with Monica, spent 13 consecutive weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and remains one of the most successful collaborations in popular music history. In 2002, Brandy went on to make her critically acclaimed album, you know the name, Full Moon. Brandy has sold more than 40 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling female artists of all time. Beyond music, Brandy became a defining presence on television. From 1996 to 2001, she starred in the hit sitcom Moesha, helping redefine representation for a generation and establishing herself as a force beyond recording. Brandy later appeared in hit series such as Star, The Game, Queens, Drop Dead Diva, and Zoe Ever After. In 1997, personally selected by Whitney Houston to portray Cinderella in Disney's television adaptation of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, Brandy made history as the first African-American actor to assume the iconic role. The groundbreaking production, viewed by more than 60 million people, became a lasting cultural milestone. Her other work includes the film I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And in 1999, she co-starred along Miss Diana Ross in the made-for-television musical drama Double Platinum. Throughout her career, Brandy has received an American Music Award, multiple NAACP Image Awards, Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards, and numerous industry honors. Current day in 2026, Brandy was awarded the Black Music Icon Award by the Recording Academy and the Black Music Collective. Continuing to evolve artistically, she has released additional acclaimed projects, including Aphrodisiac, Human, 211, B7, and Christmas with Brandy. Now with her sights set even higher, Brandy recently released her top-selling memoir, Phases, and I know the fans have the book. Yes. Brandy has consistently used her platform to support charitable causes centered on youth, education, and community empowerment. Through her Norwood Kids Foundation, she has provided resources and opportunities for underserved youth, while also lending her voice to global efforts as a former UNICEF youth spokesperson. Brandy's career stands as a testament to artistic innovation and cultural impact. As she is honored today with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, her legacy is secured not only in platinum records and historic performances, but in the enduring imprint of her voice, a sound that helped redefine modern music and continues to resonate across generations. Now, Brandy, before we hear from you, we have two of your good friends here who would like to say a few words. Our first speaker created and starred in the hit HBO series Insecure. That garnered multiple Emmy and Golden Globe nominations as well as a Peabody Award. Since the success of Insecure, she has launched Hooray, a media company aimed at breaking boundaries in storytelling and representation in film, TV, and digital content. She does it all headquartered in South LA, staying true to her roots and uplifting her community. You have also seen her in many films, including American Fiction, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Barbie. Please help me welcome Issa Rae to the stage.
Hi, Brandy. Nice to meet you. I'm so honored to be here. I've never said yes faster to a text from my publicist who asked me to be here on behalf of Brandy, to speak to Brandy. I talk about Brandy in all of my interviews. And they told me I have 2 minutes to talk about her, so I'm gonna get to it. I was gonna use the 2 minutes to just sing, "Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry?" But I won't do that in front of you or to you guys. The first time I saw Brandy, I had no idea how much I needed to see Brandy. I was in 4th grade when I Wanna Be Down came out, and that single was the first tape I ever bought with my own allowance money, which was $2 a week from Sam Goody. And when the Broken Hearted remix came out, I was singing my heart out like I had suffered the deepest pain on the school bus. I was so excited when it came on the radio. When it came on the radio and I was singing it, and I was sitting next to my crush, and he was like, "Who sings this song?" And I was like, "Brandy, proudly." And he was like, "Then let her sing it." So that was my first heartbreak. Thank you, Brandy, so much for that. Brandy is a star for so many reasons, but her transition to acting was a game changer. While her first official role was as Thea's daughter in Thea, it was really Moesha that made me understand what was possible. It was the first show that I'd ever seen told from an ordinary Black teenage girl's point of view, set in LA, the same city I was born in and we moved back to that same year it premiered. Brandy made Moesha someone I wanted to befriend, the girl I wanted to be, at a time when beauty standards on television looked nothing like us. Brandy was the standard. The smile, the eyes, the braids, the way she carried herself. She was cool without trying and beautiful without apology. Moesha gave me confidence, overconfidence in some cases. You guys will never see those pictures. They will never see the light of day, but they're all because of her. And she made it all look effortless because she was putting in so much work, honestly. And you didn't know that from behind the scenes, but the most inspirational part of her career is just how she had no lanes. As her career progressed, so did her ambitions. Movies, the first Black Cinderella, as you guys heard, Broadway, producing. She didn't need to stay in one lane. To me, Brandy was and is the blueprint. Without Brandy as Moesha, there's no Parkers, there's no Girlfriends, there's no Insecure. And honestly, without Moesha, there's no me as a writer. Because at 11 years old, that show gave me the confidence to write my very first TV sitcom, which was so bad, but thank God I got better. Brandy, I just want to thank you so much for your impact. Thank you for showing a little girl from LA that her story was worth telling, and this star has always been yours. I love you so much. Thank you for all you do.
Brandy. I'm so honored to be here and speak for you. When I think of the first time I met you, I think it was somewhere in 1995. We were on tour, Boys to Men and Babyface, and you opened up. You were this little girl that was opening up and singing, "I Want to Be Down," and I wanted to be down with you then because you were amazing. The voice that I heard, I didn't know that so much soul and so much good feeling could come out of someone so young. It's like you had already been here before. And when I finally got the opportunity to actually work with you on the Waiting to Exhale project, which I have to tell you, when Whitney and I sat down, we went over a list of who we wanted to be on the album. And yours was the first name that came up that she said, "I want Brandy on it." And she said because you had one of the best voices she had ever heard. And I agreed with that as well. But what I didn't know is when we got in the studio, because you came to my house, we recorded that song in my house. And when you came in there and started singing, it was just me and the engineer, but I wanted to look around and say, "Can you believe this? Oh my God." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I'm just here to say that for me, you have one of the best voices I've ever heard. You give one of the best feelings I've ever heard. The soul that's in your voice, the way you move your voice. You're like an athlete, the way you can move your voice. No one can do it the way you do it. Nobody can. And there's always heart with everything that you sing. You put your whole heart into it. And that's what I appreciate about you most, is that it comes straight from the heart. And to see the success that you have had with everything else that you do, I'm very proud of you in that way. But I'm also very proud of the person that I know you to be, which is a beautiful person, a sweetheart. And today I just want to say once again that I think of Brandy as being one of the best voices of our time, and I've worked with all of them, and so I think it's fair for me to be able to call it out that way. You are one of the best, and I'm so proud to be able to have said that I worked with Brandy in my lifetime. Give it up.
Thank you. So this really happened, huh? Wow. This is truly mind-blowing. You guys, I'm from Macomb, Mississippi. Let that sink in. I came to Hollywood as a young girl in the 7th grade, attending Mancroft Junior High, and then spent just one semester at Hollywood High before everything began to shift. I used to wake up every morning in Carson, California, get myself dressed, make my mama some coffee, and she would take me to the bus stop so I could go to school. Back then, I was just a little girl with a big dream, but growing up in Hollywood made those dreams feel close enough to touch. Seeing the stars on the Walk of Fame lit something in me. It made me believe. It made me affirm over my own life. I'm gonna sing my way onto one of these stars. And I did. That is what makes this moment so profound for me, so full circle, so sacred. I am beyond grateful. I have always believed my mark in this industry could be something meaningful and lasting. As honored as I've been by every accolade, Hold for Sound, No, hope everything is okay. As honored as I've been by every accolade, every milestone, every form of recognition, I didn't want to stop at just being remembered on the Hollywood High School mural. I wanted a legacy written in stone. A star on the Walk of Fame is a definition of legacy. It doesn't just celebrate your success, it cements your story. It doesn't just honor your work, it immortalizes your light. It is a symbol that says, you didn't just arrive, you endured. You didn't just dream, you became. To me, this honor reflects the greats. It means you made it in a way that stands the test of time, not just in popularity, not just in the moment, but in a way that leaves fingerprints on culture, on art, and on history. That humbles me deeply. I know where I started, y'all. The prayers, the sacrifices, the quiet moments nobody saw, but I was never alone. I didn't get here by myself. So to every person who saw something in me before the world did, to every hand that reached for me when I was still reaching for myself, to every room that made space for me, and even the ones that didn't, thank you. To my wonderful family, for the foundation, for the prayers, covering, and for loving me before this journey even existed. To every mentor, collaborator, creative, and believer who poured into me along the way. You are a part of this star. Because purpose may be personal, but destiny is never meant to be carried alone. This moment brings so much meaning back to my life. It reminds me that dreams are still holy, that hard work still matters, and that what God places in your heart is never without purpose. Yes, it is. I've been blessed to do what I love for a very long time, and moments like these continue to inspire me. They remind me to keep dreaming, creating, reaching, and showing up at the highest level I can. Because if the little girl from Macomb, Mississippi could come to Hollywood, look down at those stars, and dare to believe that one day her name would be among them, then anything is possible. Dreams don't have an expiration date. Faith can carry you where fear said you never go. And when your purpose is real, your light will make room for itself. So today I stand grateful, humbled, inspired, and most of all, I stand as living proof that what you speak over your life with faith, consistency, and belief can one day meet you in reality. Thank you. God bless y'all. Hey, thank you.